In this video, I'm going to talk about how best to use our services here at Stock Market Guides. We have two different services. We have a stock picking service and an option picking service. On my screen here is the web page for our stock picking service. Now the page for the option picking service is basically the same in terms of layout, in terms of features. It's just that it's for options. So when I go through this video, what I say basically applies to both of the different services. It's the same concept. So when you first get started here with your service, one of the initial things to do is to identify what type of experience you want. Because what we've noticed over time is that there's different types of traders out there. And so some people want as simple an experience as possible. They want to use as little of their time as possible. They just want us to do all the work and give them the very best alerts we can find. Other people, they want as many trade alerts as we can give them. They want to do their own research. They want to see trade setups that have a back-tested edge and kind of decide for themselves from amongst those which ones they want to take action on. And so we cater to both audiences. And so it's kind of it's helpful to know where do you go based on which of those audiences you fall into. So if you want the experience that's as simple as possible, then you would probably stick to one of these two pages here. So we have the 1 week trades and the 1 month trades. Now right off the bat, you kind of have a decision there. Do you prefer a trade that lasts for 1 week or a trade that lasts for 1 month? Most members here prefer the trades that last a week, but it's totally up to you, and you can of course do whatever you want. But let's say that you are interested in the 1 week trades, then what we do is we basically take out of all the trade alerts, out of all the trade setups that we find that have a back-tested edge at any given time, we'll just take up to a couple a day and just feed them right to you. And we give you ideas for an exact trade setup to use. So basically we do all the work and just hand deliver it to you in as simple a format as we can so that you can easily take action if that's what you choose to do. So that's the simplest way to take advantage of the research that we've done and the information that we provide. So if that's what you want, you simply click this toggle to enable alerts and you're going to be set to go. Now we do have a separate video that talks about configuring alerts to ensure they're going to the place that you want them to go. Now if you are more interested in kind of having an abundance of trade alerts to look at, to review, to consider, then what you can do is go down to see all trade alerts. And what you'll see here is that we split our trade alerts into different segments. So each day we're looking at the entire market and looking at every trade setup that we can find and trying to identify anything that has a strong back-tested edge. And we do this in two different phases. We do it before the market opens, and then we do it again throughout the day during normal market hours. And so what you can do is go into either one of these. And so for example here, these are the pre-market stock alerts for this particular day. And you can see we just list them out. We list out each one. We show what exactly the strategy is, what's the trade setup, how long would the trade be held, what are the backtest results of that trade setup, and so on. And you can see that there are just a number more trades. This is all just for one day. So you can see that there are a lot more trades to consider. And so if you're somebody who enjoys that sort of analysis and having all that information, then this might be a better fit for you. And you can enable alerts for either one of these or both of them if you're interested, based on what your preferences are. So that's how you go about choosing which trade alerts are the best fit for you and will make for the best experience for you. And down here we have your followed trades. So when you get a trade alert, if you make the trade in your own live trading account, what you can do is click the follow button on the trade alert itself, and that way you'll be notified when that trade reaches its end time or its end price. Here we have commentary that's provided by our resident trading experts. And so as new trade alerts come out, you can expect to regularly see commentary posted by our team here. Now down here we have the watch list. If you're looking for as simple an experience as possible from our service and to use as little of your time as possible, you don't need to worry about the watch list. But if you're looking for a more engaging experience and to see as many trade ideas as possible, then this is something you can consider. What it does is it shows trade setups that could potentially be coming down the pipeline. So they're basically trade setups that we see where some of the criteria of the trading strategies have been met, and it might just be a matter of time before they end up turning into trade alerts. Over here you can review the performance of trade alerts, and down here you can look at the settings of your account or modify those settings. The overall goal of our service is to take this historical performance information of these various trade setups that we find and put the odds in your favor of being able to make money or use them to your benefit. If you have any questions about our service, you can contact us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.